Stub Unomia Ndlovu has been postponed to Monday, where the state will further interrogate her. Ndlovu was in the dock today, being quizzed on how she had registered one of her alleged 6 victims, Mandala Homo, as a spouse, although he was actually her cousin. She's also facing murder charges for the alleged killing of her boyfriend Maurice Mabasa and 5 of her family members, and for fraudulently benefiting from insurance claims amounting to over 1.4 million rand. Horisani Sithole reports.
Ndlovu denied having any knowledge of how her cousin Mandala Homu ended up being listed as a spouse. She told the court that she knows nothing about that because she made it clear to the insurance brokers while taking the cover that Homu was a cousin brother. She kept contradicting herself and several
today after the US tech giants removed an anti-government tactical voting app from their stores on the first day of a parliamentary election. The app, devised by allies of jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny, gives people detailed recommendations on who to vote for in an effort to thwart the ruling United Russia Party, which supports President Vladimir Putin. Members of the upper house of parliament met Google and Apple representatives in the run-up to the election to tell them to remove the app or face consequences, including fines and criminal prosecution. The top story this hour: the High Court in Polokwane
saw that picture. You're on your knees, you're crying. That's what the Olympics are, isn't it? It's more than just sport.
Exactly. And that picture, I definitely also motivate that picture for me.
Well, you're going to have to explain to the kids one day, why is mommy crying? Makalima joins me on the line. Does winning a G Sports style award put pressure now? Now you can't even just wear tracksuits and go to the shop. Because let me quite quiet, move, try to take a shop. You could be going to the World Cup. You're going to the World Cup. Let's maybe phrase it into like the Rockminster final between Sundowns and Chiefs. Joe fires. Joe, the referee, looks at his assistant ref, a man called Tiny Chandaman. Chandaman was nervous. I was nervous. Joe, my man.
Sports Night Live with Andile, every weekday 6 to 7 p.m. on the fastest growing radio station in South Africa, Radio 2000. Hashtag SNLWA.
Who are you? I am
Sports Night Live with Andile, powered by SABC Sports.
I've been waiting for you.
On another game.
It's the weekend. You're happy, but you're not so happy because it means 2 days without the Glenzito Super Drive. Without Mzako. I love it when he says that. It's Radio 2000. You can catch the guys again. They're back on Monday between 3 and 6. It's actually 9 after the hour 6. This is, of course, Sports Night Live with Andile. And we're going to be with you all the way until 7 o'clock, top of the hour. Today's are Fridays. And Fridays, yeah, Conversation Fridays. And in today's conversation, I want to admit a couple of things. You understand sport. You fully love sport. You follow it, you invest in it, you give yourself to it, you give your time to it, you give your money to it. So you have every single reason to be mad when things don't go your way. Particularly when you analyze this from home, read through, who watches the TV, who follows these teams, who goes to the stadium. When you think or feel that things could be done better, I completely understand that you are the custodian of sport. Today in particular, I'm speaking about football. The DSTV Premiership. It is because of you. But do we really understand this beast that we love so much? I know I don't fully understand it, but I learn every day. So today, I say to you, as you've been wanting a platform to speak about coaches, Benny McCarthy, Stuart Baxter have been top of the trending charts because you are unhappy with what you're seeing them do on the field of play. But then I ask you, from a coach's point of view, what if we don't quite understand it? How long does it take for a coach to establish a team? How long does it take for a coach to impart the knowledge and the way how that he wants his players to play? Is it fair to 3-4 games into a season start calling on coaches? Dan's not a service like guest today. He's going to be on the show. But we're speaking about coaches, their understanding of the game from where they stand. How long do coaches need before you and I, who are the custodians, can say, I know, enough is enough? Sudesh Singh, who's the South African Football Coaches Association head of high performance, is going to be on the show. Let's understand this thing from the coach's point of view. Then after that, after you've heard what the coaches have got to say, Michael Arteta's another one. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's another one. And I can understand if you say, yeah, but they've been there for long. But what is everything else that surrounds it? Is it always the coach that must go? Now open the calls. Then after you've been educated, or we've been educated, and heard from the coaches, it's them with
lotto. People will always say, that guy gets killed, that person won the lotto. That's just like, I'm telling you, that guy gets killed, that person won the lotto. They'll never forget it.
Willie, no, that's it. You've killed the show.
Hashtag SNLWA. Sports Night Live with Andile. 60 minutes. Action-packed sporting journey around the world. Powered by SABC Sport. Hashtag SNLWA.
Your top stories are making headlines over the last 24 hours, starting with local football. Rugby, rather, where Springbok coach Jacques Nina has opted for continuity in selecting for the Castle League Rugby Championship clash against Australia in Brisbane on Saturday, making only 3 changes to his matchday squad, one of which was enforced as the Boks aimed to bounce back from last weekend's defeat to the Wallabies.
Good evening or morning, whatever it is in South Africa. Good evening for the people here in Australia. Yes, the Springbok team for the second test against Australia at Suncorp there's only 3 changes. The first one is Trevor Nyakane will start at Dusi, and then obviously with him coming in, Steven Kitzel moves down to the bench, and then the last change is Marvin Ori is in at 5 lock for Luanda Jager, who received a concussion in the test match. So yeah, that's the only change. Other than that, it's the same team that played the first test.
In local football news, the SAFA Ethics Committee, chaired by Judge Sisi Kabebe, on Friday 17th of September 2021, heard the case of Coach Luke Amo, in which he is accused of a racial outburst. Coach Amo was represented by his agent, and judgment in the hearing was reserved. Amo caused a global stir by allegedly calling young Africans FC supporters monkeys and dogs who know nothing about football. Twice, Chiba United then tried to appoint Amo as their coach in the aftermath of this controversial outburst, but on both occasions, SAFCA, the Players' Union, and various government departments condemned the appointment. And in CAF Confederations, the CAF Marumo Gallants have confirmed the change in kick-off times for the CAF Confederations Cup preliminary round, second leg against Futuro Kings on Friday from 3 to 7 o'clock. The Equatorial Guinea arrived in the afternoon in South Africa for that match. And finally, South Africa's Davis Cup team will take on Venezuela, led by the number 8 Harris, South Africa's number 1. Good luck to the team and South Africa as a whole. And now, I'd like to acknowledge my team. It's Timothy Maranda, who's the producer of the show, and the imaging of the sound of the show by Tabo Kwala and Kosovo Shaw, right over to Mr. Erasmus, pressing the buttons. You can hit us up, because today is the day that we can, after having heard from the coaches, speak our mind. 089-110-2000 is the call line. WhatsApp 060-584-2250. We'll set it up before we come back with Stuart Baxter, of course, who's been the biggest trend in South Africa over the last 48 hours.
Kick back, relax, and introduce.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sports Night Live with Andile.
Kick back, relax, and introduce.
ladies and gentlemen,
Sports Night Live with Andile. Your sporting destination in 60 minutes. Live and uncut. Powered by SABC Sport. Sports Night Live with Andile.
It's Throwback Thursday, and we take one moment in history that has defined sports. 1994, it's 27 years ago now.
Hey, Andile, yo, my brother. Sure, you were just opening those wounds to those people, brother.
I'm sorry to be hurting. I'm sorry to be hurting you.
Always.
Unati.
Yeah, and you know, your supporters, they always touch me. I was watching it with my brother and my auntie, and they are supporting Pirates. I'm supporting children. I'm supporting Richard. They are supporting Pirates and they are supporting Pirates. So there was already that driver in the house. So when he stood up, I told them, this one is for. Hey, and when I just gone out of the house and went to school. For 3 days, I didn't speak to them. I didn't speak to them anymore.
Hashtag SNLWA.
Hey, you know, Rain's new home 5G basic is
Montpellier goes head-to-head with the defending champions Toulouse. The Cheesebuses are coming out stronger and will not back down to prove their might, whilst Toulouse bring their distinguished overwhelming force to the game. It's the pride of the city against the dominant Frank. Catch all the top 14 action between Montpellier and Toulouse this Saturday, September the 18th at 5 p.m. live on SABC2, SABC DTT, and via Telkom One. Brought to you by SABC Sport. Your vote, your X. It's more than an X. It's about us, our community, where we're from. It's an X for Ikaslako, from the beautiful hills of our land to the hustle and bustle of the city. An X for our history, our people, but mostly an X for the spirit of our community. We need you to register so you can put an X for your community.
Voter registration stations are only open on the weekend of 18th to 19th September 2021, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Bring your ID book or card or valid temporary ID. Check your registration status at elections.org.za. SMS your ID number to 32810 or call 0800 11 8000. You can also register online now at elections.org.za. Put an X for your community. Every voice together.
And this is from the IEC.
Sports Night Live with Andile.
Throwback Thursday, and we take one moment in history that has defined sports. 1994 was 27 years ago now.
Hey, Andile, yo, my brother. Show you are just opening those wounds to those people, brother.
I'm sorry to be hurting. I'm sorry to be hurting you.
Always.
Unati.
Yeah, man, and you know, your Open Thursday is a holy country. I was watching it with my brother and my auntie, and they are supporting Pirate. I'm supporting children. I'm supporting Ika. They are supporting Pirate and they are supporting Body. So they are always best to drive out of the house. So when he stood up, I told him, this one is called. Hey, and when he knew, I just gone out of the house and went to sleep. So 3 days I didn't speak to them. I didn't speak to them, Andile.
Hashtag SNL.